Hola, buenos días, soy Nico. And today, as you can tell, I am back in my family home living room. And the story that I'm covering today, Nico, I'm actually making a drink for it. There's a lot going on, and I'm making a drink for it just because I had already recorded like a 7-minute video on this. And then as soon as I logged onto Twitter while I was editing, more info came out. I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta redo this whole thing. So, one moment. Just getting my lemon drop ready. Nico! So, before we get started, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive lives, weekly videos, and be a part of the podcast, which is airing eventually. Because I've been a little preoccupied. Nico! I'm getting acne. I'm getting a little weight. I've been eating too much. I've been drinking too much because I'm back home. Nico! My family, they know how to party. So, let's get into it. Basically, today's story is going to be about PussySlayer and his girlfriend, Jaaden Kyrelle. Nico, who are these people? So if you are unfamiliar with them, PussySlayer440 is like, he's a straight content creator because he makes content with his ex-girlfriend, Jaaden, but they also focus on butt stuff because he has a big butt and that sells in the gay community. So that's why I've always like kept him slightly attached to G4P. So that's not the part we're going to be focusing on. Basically, a third party called Zay interfered and basically put out pictures of Jaaden with her face covered in blood with a gash right here in the forehead, along with saying that PussySlayer440 is hiding that the man is HIV positive and that he is keeping it unknown to people. But the fact that Zay has this information means that PussySlayer basically gave the information to his long-term girlfriend that he has been positive. He said that he's been positive since the age of 15 because he got it from a tattoo needle, which is possible. You know, a lot of people aren't up to date with information on how HIV is transmitted. It can be transmitted through dirty needles. So I'm not going to sit here and question his validity on his own story, but when this originally came out, he said that the bloodied pictures of his girlfriend was because he was locked out of their hotel room. Her with other content creators were locking him out. So he kicked the door in and it hit her face, and that's where that came from. He then provided more video of Jaaden basically going off on him when he said that he didn't want to be in a relationship with her anymore, saying, after all the things I've done for you, you're just gonna leave. And she even picked up a knife to threaten him.
After everything I've done for you! You don't want to be with me? Say it again. Let me hear you say it again.
You're really creeping me out.
Say it again!
You're saying you're gonna post and blackmail me on Twitter? Like, what are you talking about?
Go like and retweet it. After she said you want to be with me, bet.
Yeah.
Bet everything.
That's why I have a right to have my own videos.
So when all of this information came out, I originally thought that it was just a smear campaign because he brought evidence of her going off on him and threatening him with weapons, along with his status being exposed for no reason, seeing as how his girlfriend had prior knowledge to it, meaning it was just thrown out there to besmirch his name when HIV already has a stigma attached around it, especially because he's in sex work. So when this originally came out, I thought it was basically a smear campaign because he also brought out more information about how Zay essentially got into a public back and forth and fight with his ex-girlfriend, and how when he tried to contact him about it to see if he was okay, he basically asked PussySlayers440 to pull up to his apartment alone without his girlfriend to smoke and talk about it. So that's where they stopped talking, and he basically said he had no affiliation with Zay beyond that, so he doesn't know why he's speaking on him. And honestly, after I saw another thread basically saying if you've been scammed and or harmed by Zay, drop your experience here. And it was dozens, if not hundreds of women basically saying he scammed them out of OnlyFans promotion money. He scammed them basically When they would try to set up appointments or collabs, he would flake, he would take the money and run. When it was used to book hotel rooms, basically this person is a long-time scammer and isn't trustworthy in general. And since that was a third-party thread that had nothing to do with Pussy Slayer, I associated with, okay, it's probably a smear campaign. But as soon as I logged into Twitter while editing this morning, more information came out where Jaaden basically posted not only screenshots of her injuries and bruises throughout their relationship, but also video of him holding her up at gunpoint. Nico? A fully loaded AK-47. Holding her at gunpoint, dragging her across the apartment, tossing her around. So at this point, there's way too much information swirling at once for me to give you like a concrete opinion. I do believe this is a very destructive and tumultuous relationship that needs to end, because it's beyond even just like physical, because Pussy Slayer even said that he's allowed her to slap him and hit him a few times because she's a woman, but he just didn't want to deal with her anymore. But at the same time, the information suddenly coming out about his status and the back and forth abuse between the both of them, especially when it's involving knives and guns and just ludicrous levels of toxic energy. I don't even know what to say. Nico, I had to sit down and get a drink for this one because I'm like, it's just too much to process and have a full-length conversation on. So I'm going to bring you all the information, especially because this isn't even like quote-unquote gay tea. It's literally just G4P and straight associated tea. But I'm going to bring the information here, and I'm going to let you guys decide at the end of the day. Do you believe it's a back and forth? Because we've seen injuries on him, we've seen injuries on her. She brought out receipts of his mugshots from when she put him in jail for putting his hands on her. So I mean, it's just like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. PussySlayer440 is not innocent. Even if his status was exposed, that's originally what made me think it was a smear campaign. This man is holding her at gunpoint, AK-47, telling her, get on the ground, get on the ground. Like, I've never seen some shit like this before in live action, if I'm being quite honest. Like, this is the most off-the-wall story I've had to cover, to the point that I don't even know how to have a full conversation on it. But yes, I brought you the information, I brought you the videos, I brought you the receipts. Now it's up to you guys to decide, what do you feel about this situation? Because obviously Pussy Slayer is in the wrong. He's holding this woman at gunpoint. Obviously she's been in the wrong as well, trying to stab him because he didn't want to deal with her anymore. It's just, there's not enough information from both sides to see where it's fully stemming from. All we can clearly see here is that it is a violent relationship on both ends, and that it just needs to part ways. Because at this point, Jaaden is a victim. Jaaden is definitely a victim. Pussy Slayer allegedly as well, but the only thing I'm actually giving him like victimhood on is having his status exposed for the sole fact that this third party was trying to get into their drama to basically smear him. But from what I can tell, you're just as problematic. Like, she literally has police records of you going in prison with your mugshots for putting your hands on her. She has videos of you holding her at gunpoint. Even though you put that one video of her screaming that this is what I get when all I've done for you and she tried to stab you. It's too much. It's too much for me to personally handle. So once again, I leave it up to you guys. Definitely drop your opinions down below, because I was not expecting this. This happened like the day after Christmas, and then the information is just continuing to roll out. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Boop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Malik and Ernest H. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And And next week's live stream discussion will be another virtual hangout because I'm still in Houston until the 6th, but it will be the first live stream of the new year, so if that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.